Good morning. Well, I did it. I got up really early and I've come out to take a look at the sunrise. I didn't go to where I was at yesterday. I've come out to Aston. If you've watched one of the previous videos, you'll see that I walked around here before. But it's still a really nice area to come and get some pictures and take a look at the sunrise. It's not quite there yet. It's just on its way. But it's beautiful out here. Beautiful. There's a nice sound of the dawn chorus. Do you know what I mean? All the birds, and there's a cockerel in a farm down there, and oh yeah, it's proper nice. This is again, I'm gushing over it, aren't I? But it is nice. Don't know if you've ever done anything like this before. You know, people that have been out for walks, you know, in the day, and that's lovely as well. But do it at the crack of dawn when the sun comes up, and you'll witness something a little bit more special. I did make a quick stop on the way here as well. I went to McDonald's and got myself a hot chocolate. I used to drink the McDonald's coffee all the time, religiously. Best coffee in the world, I think. Much better than Starbucks and Costa and all that. But because of the blood pressure, I quit coffee and I just drink decaffeinated tea now. You could say, why don't I drink decaf coffee? But I don't think McDonald's do that, and I don't think it tastes the same anyway. I don't miss it too much, but I don't mind the odd hot chocolate. I think it might have caffeine in as well, but not as much. Anyway, it's just nice being out here looking at that and having one of these, you know. Simple fucking pleasures, isn't it, you know? I think something so simple can bring so much happiness when we're all chasing whatever it is to make us happy, when the mere basics can make us happy. And that comment that appeared this morning about that guy that went out for a walk with his mate and made them happy, going through the same things as what I am, that was so nice. I really hope I provided a little bit of inspiration, you know, not just for you, pal, but for other people as well, because I think just doing this certainly helps when you're going through any form of upset, really, whether it is heartbreak or, I don't know, loss of a job or whatever it is that's bringing you down. But I think coming out into the countryside and appreciating this just helps somehow. Can't explain it, but it just does, you know, it just does. Maybe the next thing I should do is go and chase a sunset. I don't know where to go for that though. The other side of town might be a little bit awkward. I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, go and find a nice sunset as well. I remember going down to the coastline and watching a sunset over the sea. That's pretty special. But that was before I started doing all the pictures and filming and stuff, you know. Maybe I'll have to do that, especially when I'm on my holiday. Yeah, I wonder if I can get a nice picture of a sunrise or a sunset over Whitby Abbey, because that will be pretty fucking special. Let's hope the weather's nice when I go down there, or up there, sorry. Now that was most enjoyable. I stood here for a good while, went in the park, put the drone in the air, and yeah, just lovely. No one about, just the noise of the, you know, of nature and such like. The drone isn't that noisy, and there's no properties around here where I am, so I wouldn't have been disturbing anybody. No, it was really nice. I'm going to have to make a habit of coming out to various locations and doing this sort of thing, because it's marvellous. Yeah, I think I quite enjoy being out early in the morning, as long as I ain't going to work, right? But yeah, doing this, yeah, I'm glad I come out to do it. So anyway, I've got to go and have a walk somewhere now. I've got to go and get my steps up and do all that. So I shall find somewhere else, hopefully in the countryside, to get a few steps in and get my exercise done while it is relatively quiet. It's only 6:30 in the morning, so it should be quiet for a while yet. Right, I've come out to a place called Western Hills, which is situated just on the edge of Baldock, and it's going to take the breath away from me today, because as in the name, there's a lot of hills just here and they're pretty hard going for me. Used to come here as a kid with mountain bikes, me and a couple of mates, and we'd spend an entire Sunday charging around here on our bikes. Pretty fucking dangerous, to be honest with you. We was getting up some speed and didn't know what we were doing, but it was good fun. I don't think the camera's doing any justice whatsoever on how steep parts of this actually are, but it's definitely taken my breath away. But it's very nice all the same. Like I say, how I managed to charge around here as a kid is beyond me. I think I'd break my neck if I rid my bike around here now. So when I say we was kids on our mountain bikes, we was teenagers, and I didn't get back into, I didn't come to Stevenage until, I don't know, it was in the 80s, and I left school in 91, so it was probably sort of 1990 time we was knocking around here on our bikes. And it makes you think, doesn't it? A lot of people, when they're at school in education, they're with their pals and they're out all the time, evenings and weekends, and build up a really strong relationship. But as you get older and you leave school, you get a job, normal life hits, you lose contact with a lot of them, or I did. I'm still in contact with one guy that I went to school with, but other than that, there's nothing at all. It's quite sad, isn't it? Unless you've got a, well, like I say, I'm sure there's people out there that are still in contact with school friends. In fact, I know there is, because on a Facebook page of mine, there's definitely a few girls that have remained in contact and still go out for drinks together and socialise and stuff, and that's really nice. Fair play on them. I just wish that sort of thing had happened with me, you know, but that's all part of growing up, I guess. And as this is a breakup journey, you know, and I'm logging all of my experiences, I have to talk about what I'm going through. And like I say, for the most part, I'm not feeling too bad, but there are times it still kicks me, it still brings me down. But it is, it purely is a fucking journey, isn't it? You know, there's so many different things that go through your mind from one minute to the next, and it throws you off guard. It makes you angry, makes you upset, you know, and then you come to terms with it for a short while and think, fuck it, their loss, my gain, you know, and you I don't know, you just start to move on. But this seems to be like the daily the daily thing, the daily routine of going through a breakup. I do wonder, what would I be doing if I weren't doing this, if I weren't out and about and going to work and keeping some form of routine? I think it probably would have brought me down even further, you know, made me feel awful, because if you don't do something, you're going to keep dwelling on the past like I was doing. But yeah, I don't think sitting at home just feeling sorry for yourself is the right thing to do. Mind you, I'm not going to lie, there definitely are times that I wake up in the morning and don't want to get up, not because I'm tired, but because I'm feeling too down to get up. I could just lay there and put the TV on and just wallow in self-pity, but I don't. I'll get up, force myself out and try and get rid of the negative feelings, and it does work. There is some truth behind it, you know. I think laying there is definitely the worst thing you can do. Just try and do something to distract yourself, make yourself feel better. So it's an interesting random thing that I've been thinking about just then. I just see a couple walking a dog and it just got me thinking, right? Do you think love has always been with us, or we evolved to have the ability to fall in love? Because I mean, what happened to the way that you know, you'd cavemen would probably go mate, and then that would be that, you know what I mean? Wasn't it an old story, you know, a caveman would bop a woman on the head, take her home and mate with her and then move on? I know it's awful, isn't it? It's awful, but is love a primal thing? Is it, or is it something that is evolved over time with us? You know, because I don't know. It's like a woman giving birth to a child. As soon as that child is born, there's meant to be this overwhelming feelings of love, and quite rightly so. You know, but has it always been that way? I don't know. Let me know what you think on that. I mean, I might be talking crap, not for the first time on this channel, but I'd definitely like to know whether love is a human instinct, or is it something that's just evolved? I don't know. Fucking hell, I promise I ain't been drinking, not yet. Alright, okay, almost been triggered, right? This area right here, I don't know if you can see, but there's a couple of ropes hanging from a branch of a tree, and I'd been here before, a long time ago, before me and my wife was even living together, I think, and we brought our children here, and I've got a bit of video of our kids swinging around on this rope. It used to have a log thing at the bottom so you could sit on it, and yeah, we come out here for a while and brought the kids and had a lovely day. But like I say, that almost triggered me and started making me feel really upset. But I'm not going to think like that. I'm going to think that was a good day. The kids had smiles on their faces, and so did we. So it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's an experience that we had, and that's the way I'm going to think about it. You could say to me, Gary, why do you go to these places where you've been before? But to be honest, we've done so much stuff in the Hertfordshire area. It's hard to go somewhere new that I haven't got an old memory. So it just is what it is, isn't it? And I'm not going to avoid pretty places, beautiful places, just because I've made a memory there with my wife. You know, it's just a bit silly. I'm still going to come out and enjoy them. Yeah, it was nice to be back here, having a quick amble around. I mean, it's not the biggest place in the world, and yeah, but it's nice. It's a very pretty place. I mean, there are fields out the back, and you go for an amble round then, but I'm not going to do that. I don't know, I'm going to head off somewhere else and find somewhere else to go look at, I think. Story time. It's a bit of a folklore tale, this one. Where I am right now, I'm at a place called Jack's Hill, and at the moment there's garages here, a pub, vehicle rentals, that sort of stuff, and it's in between Stevenage and Gravely, I think, not far away from Baldock, where I just was. Anyway, legend has it that there was a giant that used to live in a cave somewhere around here, and his name was Jack O'Legs. And what he would do, the road we was just on, he would stop people and rob them. Rob them, like a giant version of Robin Hood, if you will. You know, didn't like the rich, robbed off the rich. There we are. Anyway, the people that he was the people that he were robbing was on their way to Baldock to buy bread, and all of the bakers in Baldock had a problem with what was going on. They was losing money because of what Jack was doing, stealing the money off the rich. They weren't getting the trade. So anyway, Jack, being the giant, was very hard to stop and catch, but the bakers from Baldock managed to catch him with ropes, lots of ropes, and tie him down, and they got him into Baldock and they blinded him. They stabbed him in the eyes, took his eyesight away. Now, Jack was a big man and he was very strong, and he used to have an oversized bow and arrow. Nobody else could fire it other than him. They just wasn't strong enough. And his dying wish was he wanted to fire an arrow up into the sky before they killed him, and wherever the arrow landed, that was where he wanted to be buried. And this happened. They allowed him to do it. They gave him the bow and arrow. He put the arrow in, or they put the arrow in. He pulled it back, fired it into the air, and waited for it to land. The arrow landed at Holy Trinity Church in Weston, and that is where his grave is. And it actually is there to this very day, and it's a very big grave. Whether it's just a showpiece, that remains to be seen. Did Jack really exist? Is there any truth in it? Probably not, but it does make a wonderful tale. Now, I do know there is different versions of this story as well, and this is all from memory, from what I can remember, that I was told fucking many years ago, back at school I think it was. But I found it quite a fascinating story, and being the explorer of churches that I am, I've been to Weston Church a few times and actually seen his grave, and it always just makes you think, is there any truth in it? Who knows? Yeah, I'm quite the fan of tall tales and folklore and ghost stories. You know, I've got a book, or had a book, sorry, about haunted Stevenage, and I did read that. And they're great stories, but you never know, do you? You never actually know whether they're true, unless you're one of these people that is convinced that you have seen a ghost. That's my next question. Have you seen a ghost? Has anything ever happened to you, you know, sort of supernatural, if you will, because I don't know. I don't know. I'm in two minds about it. I do talk to a woman that runs a YouTube channel called Argos Real, and she goes out trying to ghost hunt, but she's got no definitive proof that the afterlife exists. So I don't know. I'm open-minded enough to not dismiss it completely, but again, it's another one of them mysteries that a lot of us will never know until our time comes, I guess. While we're on the topic of ghosts and all things supernatural, my mum did tell me, after my stepdad passed away, she was asleep in the chair because she couldn't go to bed for a while. She just couldn't do it, so she was sleeping in her armchair. And she said she was having a doze in the afternoon, and she woke up and it felt like my stepdad was holding her hand, and she could smell his, what do they call it, Old Spice aftershave that he used to wear. Could that have been something, or was it just her mind playing tricks? Again, we just don't know, do we? But she was definitely convinced that he was there holding her hand, saying goodbye. Now, I've never witnessed anything supernatural, but the only thing I have witnessed, and make of this what you will, but there was a witness. The picture I put up yesterday where I was lying in that hospital bed, that was in a place called Stanmore Royal National Orthopaedic Hospital. That's where I had the surgery on my hips done. And back then I used to smoke, and the staff would wheel you outside, right? And there was me in my bed and a guy called Antonio in the next bed, and we become friends. And we was laying there one evening and looking up in the sky. It's a beautiful night, stars are out, but we see this bright light in the sky, just sat there, bright light, and all of a sudden it shot across the sky and then stopped dead and then whizzed off in another direction. Now back then, I mean, that was early 90s. There was no way that anything man-made could have moved in that way that we see. But I am so glad that I witnessed that with somebody else, because I promise you that did happen. It's a story that I've told a few people, but I don't, I haven't told many, because a lot of people are just saying, yeah, all right, mate, you were dreaming. But that did happen, and wherever Antonio is now, I hope he tells the same story, because it really did 100% happen. Yeah, sorry about all that noise just then. I'm right beside the A1 here, and there's just been a big convoy of motorbikes charging past. What a fabulous day to do that, eh? What a wonderful thing. And that's what makes me want to get a motorbike. It really is. Be out in nature, cruising about on a machine like that. Oh, fucking sounds awesome. So anyway, yeah, there's been no supernatural experiences with me. If you watched a video, I don't know, a couple of weeks back, I said to you while I was out exploring churches, I was in one, and I was taking my pictures and making a YouTube short video for YouTube, and then a TikTok one, and I was fine. But all of a sudden I felt fucking frightened, like I should get out of there, and I don't know why, and I don't know where it come from, because I've been to many churches, and some are a lot more freaky than this one I was in then, but something told me to go. Could be me, could be just a bit of the anxiety kicking in, although it weren't too bad back then. But yeah, that was a weird one. I need to do a return visit, because I can remember the church, but I can't remember where it is. But maybe it was just me. And I forgot to mention, yes, it was Princess Diana that was sat on my bed, on my hospital bed that day. that I arrived in hospital, she had arrived for a visit. I got a picture of the helicopter that landed in the ground. But yeah, once I was booked in and given my bed and all that jazz, they showed her around, and she went and spoke to all of the patients. And what a lovely woman, man. What a real fucking gem of a person, you know. She was so real, so normal, so nice, just lovely. And yeah, she had a brief chat with all of the patients, and my mum and myself were telling her about what surgery I was going to have done on my hips. Yeah, and she wished me all the best. And yeah, very nice lady. So sad what happened to her, but there we are. Now this one, I don't know what you're going to think. The only other famous person I ever met in my life was fucking Jimmy Savile. When I was a kid, I might have mentioned that as well. I used to go out running with my dad, and we done the Great North Run up somewhere Peterborough way, I think it was, and he was there too. And just as we was coming over the finish line, he was just shaking people's hands, and I shook his hand along with my dad. Yeah, fucking back when I was a kid, you didn't really think, well, you didn't think anything was wrong, did you? You didn't. And all the wrongdoings that he did is just fucking disgusting. But he was kind of I guess he was kind of a hero back in the day, before all these things that he did were highlighted, you know. Another bad one. And just to top it off with, as you know, my name is Gary, and my sister named me, thank you, and she named me after the one and only Gary Glitter. I mean, how about that for a claim to fucking fame? You could ask yourself, what the bloody hell has this got to do with any breakup? Now, I did say it's a breakup journey, and I like to talk, okay, and you know I don't really associate with a lot of people, so I think this is the next best thing. I like to rabbit, and who knows, maybe in the future, maybe my grandchildren will get to watch this as well when they get a bit older, and they'll go, oh look, that's my granddad. You know, I kind of like that as well. But yeah, all of this, what I do, everything, the walking, putting a drone in the air, just doing a bit of exploring, is just, it's all part of the same thing. It's all about the journey, you know, trying to keep busy, keep occupied, you know, have some form of mental stimulation in my mind that makes me feel just a little bit better. And this does. And I think, I'm sure someone's commented on this, saying that they wish they'd done this. Well, there's no time limit, there's no reason that you shouldn't start now. Come along, tell your story, tell everybody what you did, how you managed, how you coped, because it may help other people, you know. In fact, I know it will. Some people can take advice from others and implement that, and it just works. And I know somebody's been out walking because of what I've said, and I think that's fab. So yeah, if you have been through a breakup and you're at a loose end, don't be afraid of getting in front of a camera. You just tell it like it is, you know. Don't be judging yourself. I mean, fuck me, I'm far from the world's most intelligent, good-looking man, but I don't care. I don't care about that. I'm just a normal guy that's telling my story and embarking on my journey. So get on here, give it a go. What have we got to lose? Anyway, I still believe it's easier for women to get over a breakup, whether they're the ones that have been dumped or done the dumping themselves, you know, because I think they've got a bigger friend network. They've got their friends and family. They probably open up a lot more than what men do. Men, I don't know, if they're anything like me, have a very small network of people. Some men don't like talking, end of story. Don't like communicating with their friends. You know, some people just don't. You know, they keep their feelings locked in. So I think that's probably why men struggle a little bit longer, you know. So I want every man to talk about it. I do. Not just breakups, but everything that upsets them and bothers them. I mean, why shouldn't we? Why should we keep fucking quiet, you know, just to appease others? You know, be more masculine, you know, be quiet. Fuck that. You know, get it all out, innit? Whatever's upsetting you and whatever you need to talk about, get it out there in the open. Get some fucking help. So I'm back in the arse end of Stevenage now, in that area that they're gonna build on, or the field just behind me anyway, and I'm staring at that Minston Chapel, which is where I was on a walk a few weeks back, you know, the church ruin there, and I can see it from here. Now, I've never walked up this way before, but what I'm thinking of doing, I might have a day off in the week when it's a nice day and parking up down there and then doing the walk, see if I can get to the chapel walking from Stevenage. I've been there millions of times, but I've never walked ever. It's always been a drive, but I'm wondering whether I can do it. I mean, I might have to do some crafty walking around the edges of some farmers fields, but I can't see why not. But I'm gonna scope it out a little bit now and see if I can figure something out. But I think doing it on a weekday, that'll give me something to do. I've got loads of holiday to take, even if I just take like I don't know, take a Wednesday off, say middle of the week, break it up a bit on a nice day and go for a bit of a walk. Yeah, why not? But anyway, let's see if I can figure out a route. I certainly have to count my blessings, although I've got metalwork in my hips, right, and osteoarthritis, and I walk with a limp and my fucking posture's all ski whiff. At least I can still get out and do this. I think if I lost the ability to move, you know, or not walk very far, I think I'd become right down in the dumps, you know. I mean, I know you can get out and about if you are I don't know, not disabled, but you can't walk for a long time. But I enjoy pushing myself a little bit further, you know, just yeah, really pushing forwards, you know, getting them steps in and getting them miles under my belt. I'd be pissed if I couldn't do that, and especially right now, if I was hampered in what I could do, yeah, I'd be right down depressed, you know, dealing with that and going through a breakup. Fucking, I really would not know what to do. Again, I know I said it a million times, if you are going through a breakup or feeling down in the dumps, please get out and try this. It just works somehow. Somehow it don't take the pain away, but there's something therapeutic about it. Please give it a go. Well, there we go, that answers that question. I've just had a chat with a couple of locals that are walking their dog, and they said the walk to Minston Chapel can be done. The guy done it a couple of weeks ago, so he give me a few directions as well. So that's good. I'm tempted to walk there now, but I haven't really got enough drink and stuff with me to do that. I don't want to get out there and be completely parched. Mind you, there is a pub there. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Let's wing it. Let's see what happens. Today is one of them perfect days where you could have your Sunday roast and then come out in the afternoon in an area like this and go for a walk, and that's what's on my mind right now. My wife used to make a cracking roast, and I'm sure she still does. But I could definitely enjoy one of those right now and then come out and walk over to that chapel. And I think if it was both of us, we'd definitely stop at that pub for a quick pint in the beer garden. It's the perfect day for that. Never mind, I mean, I'm on my own. There's no reason it can't be done. I can make my own roast dinner, but I'm not going to. But yeah, anyway, that just crossed my mind, and like I said, I log everything that I think, so yeah, I kind of miss them days. I'm always mindful about walking through a farm, because it is a working farm, even though there's a bridle way through it. But I've done it before, and sometimes they've got dogs, and they're guard dogs, do you know what I mean? And they can be a bit barky. That one was all right, nice and peaceful, beautiful place. Unfortunately, the trail was switched into two. I've got the Stoop, the Stevenage Outer Orbital, and then the Hertfordshire one going the other way, and the guy didn't tell me which one to take, so yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm taking the Stoop trail. I mean, I'm not meant to be doing this walk. I mean, I can see the chapel, it's closer now, it's a lot closer, but I didn't really want to do it today. But I'm intrigued. Maybe I should just do it. I've got half a bottle of drink, maybe that'll suffice, but oh, I don't know. We'll see where this path takes me anyway. Right, it's taken me onto a country lane, very narrow one. I'll be knackered if someone drives up here, unless I dive up on a bank, but it's a very tight one, but I'm going to give it a go. We'll find out where it leads. Like I say, if this one takes me in the wrong direction, then I will do the walk another day, and I will take the other route through the farm. But hopefully this one might be right. I don't know. Either way, it's a nice walk. I should really get some more supplies, you know what I mean? I really should carry some in the boot of the car or something, you know, bottles of water and stuff, just for when this sort of shit happens. One thing I'm not looking forward to is walking back up this way, because it is quite a steep hill. Well, it is for me. I wish it was the steep hill there and then on the way back downhill, but no such luck. But that's going to be a bit of a mission on the way back. But hey, I'll take it steady. What else might catch me out is when I get to the main road, which I usually drive down to park in the pub to walk to the chapel. I don't think there's footpaths, so I'm going to get to the end of this lane. If there's not a bridleway the other side of the road to take me into a field or a footpath, I might be a bit knackered. Oh dear, didn't think about that, did I? I should have just used Google Earth and had a look on my phone. Oh well, never mind, we'll figure it, or not. It's all about the experience, isn't it? It's all about the adventure. Right, there was no bridleway and no footpath, so I've had to cross the road and sneak into a farmer's field. I'm just going to stick to the edge. I mean, there's no crops here, and see whether that will get me there. But I don't know, I might have made a bit of a mistake here, but I can still see the chapel. It's to my left, but to get to it I've got to walk the full lap of this field, and I think it looks like there's a ditch the other side, so even if I get round the other side I might not be able to get across, so it might be a bit of a wasted journey. I'm not going to lie, it's starting to take it out of me now. I've got round the field, I'm into the next field. The chapel is just at the top of this. I think it's rapeseed, you know. Yeah, but it is a bit of a mission. Cool, and I'm getting warm now as well, but we're getting there. I'm not going to give up now. I mean, I'm on the last part, so I've got to complete this mission. Right, I have two choices again now. I walk to the left and right the way round the rapeseed field, which is going to be a mission, or I walk through the middle of it. Oh dear, both are going to be a slog, I tell you. I'm not even sure whether there's an active field. I mean, it looks like it, but there's also, yeah, there is a man-made track here going through it, but it's a bit overgrown. But I suppose this would be the quicker way through, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that, hey, let's do that. Well, I made it. And that was a bit of a slog. I tell you, I'm not looking forward to the walk back because I'm so used to visiting here, and I have done so many times, and I usually just park down there at the pub. But no, Gary has a great idea. Let's walk there instead. Knacker himself out with hardly any supplies. Oh dear, what was I thinking? And now I've got to go back, and the journey back is uphill as well, so what have I done? But hey, it's good to push yourself, right? Right, so I'm on the way back now. Just left the chapel, but I'm going to try and figure out a bit of an easier route. I'm going to see if I can get round the edge of this rapeseed field back onto the original field that I was on, the first one that I crossed, to see whether that will take me where I need to go. I can't go, I could walk down to the pub, but then when I get through the pub car park, it will just take me onto the main road, and there's no footpath, and that's a good 3/4 of a mile away from the lane that I need to walk up, and it's a very busy road just there as well, so I ain't going to be walking down the side of that, not a chance. So I'm going to have to try and do a bit of sneaky stealth work through the sides of farmers' fields again. Can't believe I did this, dear me. Never mind, I'm feeling good. I've had a drink, I had more than I thought actually, so I'm relatively refreshed and raring to go. Yeah, righto. Now I know this is a slog, but again, what would I be doing if I weren't doing this? I was out early this morning, done a walk, you know, I had a nice morning, but I was still left with a lot of time through the day. So what would I have done? Put the telly on, laid there on my bed and just watched that for the afternoon, and probably, well, felt rather upset. So all right, this is a bit of a slog of my body, but on my mind I think I'm doing the right thing. Plus I'm burning more calories off, so it's win-win, isn't it? I know I've been over this before, but I'm saying this for the new ones. Get out and do this, get out and do this. I tell you, like I say, it does hurt the body, or it does when you're as big as I am and as old as I am, but it's so much better than just sitting indoors watching telly, or even going to a restaurant and stuffing your face. I mean, just come outside, enjoy it, you know. Right, the next battle is, I don't think you see, behind me, that's a hill. Don't really look like it on the screen though. But I've got to tackle that again. As soon as I cross the road, I'm going to go onto something called Almshoe Lane, I think it's called, or something. And then it's a bit of a climb up to that farm that I walked through. But hey, like I say, I'm going to take it steady. Not going to rush it, but yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. And then once I'm at the top there, then it's relatively flat then, back through the fields, sort of in between where I am and where the car is. I completely forgot the place that I parked. Oh dear. Anyway, let's get there. So there's me saying it's a narrow road, hope a car don't come. And what comes down the road? A Range Rover, or a Land Rover, sorry, with a fucking great big caravan on the back. And I was leaning over the bank like a complete fucking wally. Oh dear. There's nowhere else to go though. But I waved at him, he smiled back and waved, so no harm done. Okay, made it back to the farm now, so that's about the halfway point back to the car. Oh, I'm glad that slog's over with. That was the worst bit of the walk, that was. It was not the fact that it was so steep, but it was a gradual incline. and carrying all my timber. It was quite hard work. Plus I got a bag with some bits in, so that didn't help. But we've done it. We've done it. Hello. Hello. Now they were some very excitable little lambs. Oh dear, when I walked past the first time, didn't bat an eyelid, but as I come back, they was all fucking, well, a couple of them were screaming and come running up to me. That's cool. I know this one's a long video, but I was just thinking, do I put it into 2 parts, but I don't think I should. I mean, if you watch it, fair play, thank you very much. If you do, leave me a comment, yeah? If you watch all of this, leave me a comment below. I'm curious to see who can stick with me. If not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, whatever. I'm still out, having fun. You know, I'm walked shitloads today, burnt off a load of calories. I'm feeling pretty good, so it's win-win. So if someone watches me, even better, but it doesn't matter if not. So I will finish this video once I get back to the car. Oh, I am glad to be back at the car. I really am. That was a bit of a slog, that was. I mean, it's not the distance. It was the hills, I think, that got me, and navigating through the farmers' fields. It was a bit of an effort, but it was really fucking nice. It really was. I do wish I'd taken more supplies with me and left my bag and drone behind. I didn't use the drone at all, so pointless carrying it. But you know, the weight is meant to help burn more calories, isn't it? So that, you know, that's the way I'm going to look at it. But anyway, yeah, that was a good walk. But I want to thank you again for the people that have got to the end of this video and stuck with me. If you have, please leave a comment below saying that you have. If not, never mind, maybe one day someone will watch it all the way through and say, yeah, I watched it to the end. That'll be funny. Anyway, but that's it for now. I'm going to go back and get myself cleaned up and rest up and prepare for the week ahead again, and then I will speak to you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to be in a good mood, but we'll see. You know, weekdays are completely different from the weekend. I definitely don't feel 100% in the week. It hits me a lot harder in the week for some reason, but there we are. Anyway, I'll speak to you tomorrow.